many thoughts on my mind. I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time.
So a major problem that I have with the NFL draft and with the college system is underclassmen who are not ready to go into the draft or who are not going to be high draft picks entering the draft anyways. Like, I have a problem with the colleges. Like, I want to know who's advising these players. I know that money talks, but if you're going and you're an undrafted free agent, you're a 7th round pick. The money's not talking.
It's the agents.
But did you know?
The agents agree.
Did you know in the past 4 years in the draft, underclassmen only got drafted 35% of the time?
Because it's ridiculous. Most of them aren't ready. As a Bulldogs fan, I like to use Trenton Thompson as an example. He was a junior defensive tackle. He did have a very big impact on that defense, one of the best in the nation last year. But as a senior, think about it, he could have came back as a senior, got another year of experience, could have had an even bigger impact with they lost their best pass rushers. Yeah. Lorenzo Carter, Davin Bellamy both went. So he could have had Roquan Smith. He could have had an even bigger impact.
Dominic Sanders should have stayed.
He couldn't. He was a senior.
He was a junior.
I'm pretty sure he was a senior. But Trenton Thompson could have had such a big impact this year. Could have potentially jumped up to the 2nd and 4th round and said leaves as a junior, undrafted free agent.
You know what 2 teams in college are going to be really good because of why they stayed? Clemson, their entire defensive front is returning, and Michigan State, their entire 93% of their team is returning.
Clemson has 3 D linemen / pass rushing linebackers
that were supposed to be number 1 picks.
They could have been first or second round picks this year, and they were all like, you know what, we're gonna stay for.
But they really made the Bills, man. The Bills always draft Clemson as players.
I mean,
players in general
because they're good.
But
they're gonna stay back and make Clemson probably one of the most disgusting defensive teams in the nation.
In my opinion, though, this is a real problem. I think this is the same problem I have with the NBA draft and all the freshmen going.
Freshmen going in the 2nd round, it doesn't make sense.
You know, baseball used to be. You could go right out of high school, but now they're going to stop it, and you have to wait 3 years. You have to wait till your junior year in college.
That's how it is. That's how it is in football. That's how it is in football.
It's like in football now.
Right now,
it's 2 years. I thought.
But the problem with baseball
from high school,
or the difference between baseball and football is baseball you have to go through
minors. You have to go through the minors.
You can get drafted out of high school and become a minor. But you have to wait 4 to 5 years to actually.
You're gonna develop, and then
I can understand why that is. But if you're a college baseball player, you should wait. You should get more experience in college, have less time in the minors, because it's kind of the same system. Then you can go right into that.
It gets into the issue of whether you listen to yourself, listen to your family, listen to your agent. Agent is gonna want your money. Agent's gonna want, as soon as you can give me money, give me money. Your family's gonna see the money. A lot of these kids are coming from low-income households. They finally they see the opportunity to get a paycheck, go help their families.
Brandon Marshall had to stop talking to his family because
they want money.
But I have no problem with the 1st-round picks who are actually going to get the money.
Yeah.
But if you look, if you talk to the scouts and they're like, you're not even going to be a 3rd-round pick.
Well, a lot of times I don't think these guys want to tell them to your face, you're not good enough.
I'm
not
sure
that they're not good enough.
No, not that
they're not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter if they're being good.
Try telling that kid who's never had money.
The best cornerback, Chris Harris Jr., one of the best cornerbacks, undrafted. All right. It doesn't matter if you're good enough. You might not be mentally ready to be in the
mentally
pros.
or physically ready.
I'm just saying I have a problem with that, and not only the NFL, the NBA. I feel like you have too many freshmen who the freshman can make the jump.
No.
Well, the issue is with the NBA draft is if you see that you have the opportunity to get drafted, if you say, oh, you're projected 2nd round pick, they're willing to take that risk. They know they're willing to take that risk because if you get drafted, you're going to the D League. Most likely, unless you're a top 10 pick, you're going to the D League.
I think
so. If you take opportunities in the D League and develop there, then it's not a risk.
If you're a freshman in college football, you rarely start. I mean, it's very rare if you start as a true freshman.
Because the physicality is just ridiculous.
Exactly. Why is it that freshmen can just go from first year right out of high school right into the draft?
I think
that?
even in basketball, you look in college basketball, the teams that win championships are the teams with the seniors. And
experience
every year.
The freshman team, the freshman players, the star freshmen, they look at guys like Kyrie, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. They say, look at what these guys did, but they don't realize those guys are
That's why Kentucky struggles.
Yeah, they don't realize those guys are the anomalies. The freshmen who didn't have a lot of playing experience
top 10
in college.
Picks.
Yeah, who the number 1 picks. That's not common. It's more common for you to be a freshman and not play well in the NBA than to be a freshman and become a superstar.
Yeah, but
I think it's a problem that needs to be addressed. But I mean,
it is obviously a problem.
It's a huge problem. It's a huge problem.
Coming from people who will never get drafted in any professional sport ever.
But if you want to preserve or prolong your career in any professional sport, why not get more experience in college?
I think
That's easy to say when you don't have the money in front of you, though, as an option.
You're right, but if you're
Well,
going to end up making more money long term,
I'm talking
But
about like,
not because they're not thinking long term.
But that's what we're-
they
that's
had
what-
to
but that's
struggle
what we're
every
saying.
day.
We're saying.
So with all that said, do you guys think that college athletes should be paid in general?
I do.
I don't because they already get paid with scholarships versus the general public.
Who's
that
actually
don't.
going to use theirs? Not many players actually go on to use their.
It's $1 billion industry.
Yeah,
I mean,
And
it's
look,
a-
but
I mean,
NCAA has
it's a revenue,
It's
NCAA is
generating
getting
industry,
bank.
right? But
They're not the only
if you
one-
look at what college athletes get versus what we would get as normal,
They're not the only ones on scholarship at schools.
It's very rare for someone to
In-
get a full ride. It's
Alright.
very rare for someone to get a full ride unless you're on athletics.
But that average student is also not bringing in the college millions of dollars
Yeah.
every year.
But
Plus,
that's why.
when
But
do they
that's
have
why
time
they
to
get
make
paid.
money?
But
I think
that's
these
why
kids-
they get paid with full ride scholarships. They don't need the money.
They
do
need
get the money.
food. They do
They-
need the money.
they need
Have
food.
you-
They need
Do you
clothes.
understand
have
that
you
full
ever-
ride scholarships
Have you
pay
ever
for all
seen?
that?
Have you ever seen the
Football
Fab
players.
Hold on.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the Fab Five documentary? Remember when
Yeah.
they said? Remember when they said they were walking down the street and they saw their jersey selling for $80? They're like, I can't even afford to buy my own jersey.
Exactly.
That's why they went pro
And
early.
football players, for a lot of time, when they're practicing,
think-
is when they're supposed to be being
Now
fed. Like,
I'm gonna
stop cutting me off.
I'm gonna throw in a little bit of a subtle but. I think football players should be able to make their own money by selling their own jerseys. I don't think they should be given money.
My big issue with the football players is because you see how big these dudes
Look
are.
at what
They can't
Johnny
afford
look at what
their
Johnny
food.
Manziel did, right? He was signing autographs. I don't think that should be a problem.
That's not a problem.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Should
He
they
didn't-
be
he
should they
wasn't
be given
selling
money?
autographs? He was just signing.
Should they be given money? No, because they already get the
I mean, you should
scholarships.
I think they should get paid.
You should never force someone to
No,
pay for a
because they
signature.
because they get scholarships. But the thing is, if he's gonna do autographs and sign and they get money for that, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, it's
Right?
ridiculous that you can't.
I don't
it's
have a
ridiculous
problem
They
with
can't even
that.
be in a
Use your own
video.
name.
They can't even be in a video game because
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. A kid lost his D1 scholarship because he was making YouTube videos.
That
that's-
was the
that's
UCF kicker,
Yeah,
right?
he was
they,
used-
they told him choose between football or YouTube.
Yeah, he was using his own name to make money.
That's ridiculous.
And to me, that's where the line gets crossed. But in terms of them getting outright paid by the school, that's unacceptable.
I think in a
since they
billion-
already get the full ride, but if
think
they want to make
a
money,
billion
through
dollars-
other
I'm not saying give them millions. Give them enough to support themselves. Give them like $5,000 a year.
well, they can make a lot through autographs.
but
Johnny Manziel is making
But
a lot
it's a-
through
but
that's not even
autographs.
allowed right
it's
now.
it's a
But I'm saying
$1 billion
it should be.
industry.
should
I'm
be
saying
allowed.
that should be allowed, but they shouldn't be given money from the school.
Why not,
Since they,
though?
But they already get the scholarships.
But
Their books are paid for.
Average,
Rooming's paid for.
average students get scholarships.
How much money are these kids making in school?
They're making the millions.
I get they're making a
The
lot.
average student gets a scholarship.
But do you,
The
under,
average
do you
student-
understand what I'm saying? Is
Yes,
us
I-
as average
I
students,
get what
we
you're
don't
saying.
get full
Yes.
ride scholarships that easy.
But you could get scholarships to pay for your room, to pay for your book. They
You're
do,
right.
Just like the
But do
athlete-
we get full rides?
But do we bring them millions of dollars?
Yeah, we
I
don't
don't
bring
bring
them
my.
millions of dollars.
I'm not bringing my school nothing.
Me versus Trey
Anything.
Young. Who's going to get a college more money?
I'm not
Obviously
bringing
Trae Young, 'cause you're not-
exactly.
you're
he should be
worthless.
paid.
Thanks.
You're indisposable to a school.
It's not like I'm an athlete saying athletes should get. I mean, I am an athlete, but not a college
You're a
athlete. I'm not a college athlete saying athletes should get paid. I'm one of the average students. I reckon that I'm not bringing my the university.
You're not pulling your weight.
All right,
I think
so
athletes should be able to make money in their own way possible, but they shouldn't be directly given money from the
the
school.
university. If I don't, let's
Because that's not fair to the other
Well, how-
students that do
But
go
like,
there.
hold on. Let's
But if
say,
an athlete
let's say
was-
I don't.
You should hold my hand.
If I don't attend UCF, it makes no difference to them. But if their star quarterback Mackenzie Milton's not at UCF, leading them to an undefeated season, that matters
Yeah,
to
the
them.
NCAA champs,
It does.
right?
Yeah, that matters to them. It doesn't matter if I don't go there.
I don't think they should be given money out from the school. But I do think if they want to make money through their own means, versus, let's say YouTube, signing autographs, all the other type of events, stuff like that, where it's not directly related to the school,
Yeah.
that's perfectly
They should be
acceptable.
able to do both.
Yeah. As of
Why are
right
you
now, the
holding
only
them
way
back?
they can make money is like, okay, I'm going to Publix. When do they have time to do this?
They don't have time to work.
They're practicing all day.
They don't have time to work, but they should be able to make money through means like that. Like we're YouTube, where they're doing podcasts,
That shouldn't even. That
Twitch
shouldn't
even.
That shouldn't even
But
be.
they-
That
but
shouldn't
they-
even be in
games.
question.
But they shouldn't be given money
But-
from the school
but the
if,
thing-
if they're already getting that full ride of a scholarship.
My argument against that is that shouldn't even be a discussion. There should be no restrictions on signing your name anyway. So I'm not even focused on that because
Yeah.
that shouldn't be.
And
a
we all
question.
agree on that one.
Yeah,
I'm not-
that's-
I'm saying that rule should be done.
Yeah, that rule,
Right.
that should have never been a rule. So that's
The
why I'm
only
not
thing
even
I'm saying
arguing.
is
That's why I'm
they-
not even
the
But it's
arguing.
on
thing
the
I'm-
committee.
The only thing I'm saying is they shouldn't be given money directly from
They-
the school if
they-
they already get that full ride of a
They
scholarship.
definitely
But
should.
what's so morally wrong of them
But-
getting like a few $1,000s from the school?
I mean, they
What's a
get
few
it in
thousand-
forms of scholarships. And
What's a
full
few
ride
$1,000s going to do
scholarships.
to hurt the school?
What's a few thousand to schools that make millions off of these football teams and basketball
I
teams?
never said it was going to hurt the
And
school.
soccer's
And I'm not saying it should hurt the school. All I'm saying is the school
They'll be
shouldn't-
making so much profit
But-
off these kids.
Oh no shit.
I know, but there's people.
Crap, they do.
Stop cursing, bro.
There's people.
habit.
There's people who could go to school for almost free too, and not bring to school anything. And they have time to work normal jobs and make money. These players,
These kids are just going to school.
they're dedicating their lives for no guaranteed future. Just because you play sports doesn't guarantee a future in sports.
Yeah,
They don't have time to work.
Yeah,
They
most
don't
of
have
the
time to
it
work.
doesn't
They're basically
actually work
slaving
out.
away for the school to earn millions of dollars off them, and they don't see a cent of it.
Then my thing is, you take away the full ride of a scholarship.
No, don't take away the full ride.
Well,
They worked for
How are they
that.
going to go to school then?
They
You
worked
give
for that.
then the school will give them the $250,000, which
That's
is
not what we're
equivalent to
saying.
the full ride
Oh,
of the
okay.
scholarship.
So he's saying just give them the full outright money, and then they can do what they want with it.
That's no different.
I don't
Okay,
think- I
that's not different from what I said.
But they're still going to have to pay for the school.
Yeah, that's the same thing as what I'm
Right,
saying.
but the school's going to lose even more money by that.
Not really.
Although
No,
they
it's
bring-
just
although they
straight up
It's gonna
bring
be the same amount. If you give
It's
them
the
the,
same amount,
if you
yeah.
give them
That's
the
for
same,
every college athlete, not just football. Football and basketball are the two biggest money makers in terms of college
I'm
sports.
saying, well, I'm not saying
Right?
every athlete
terms-
should
every
outright make a
athlete's
certain
not gonna be
amount.
paid the same.
Yeah.
It's got to be proportional.
You're pulling your weight.
It's just like
a
like
full
in the
ride
NFL.
scholarship costs the same amount regardless of what sport you play. Football, basketball,
Yeah,
swimming,
but the
baseball,
food you have to eat as a
regardless.
football player
That's
isn't,
what-
isn't the same as a
That's
tennis
why.
player.
That's why I'm saying pay.
You're right.
That's why I'm saying
But they
keep
should
their
get-
scholarship and pay them. But you got to pay them the teams based on how much revenue they bring. It's just like in the NFL, or it's just like colleges. We'll stay in college. The Longhorns have their own TV contract. But if you go to a
Longhorn
school,
Network.
so they're gonna make more than a team in the Mountain West who don't have their own TV contract. So you got to give it based on the football players. Yes, they're gonna be paid more than the lacrosse players.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean
Because who cares about lacrosse?
But that
players?
doesn't mean the lacrosse players shouldn't also get paid if they're bringing in money, right?
Yeah, you pay them to help them. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that give these kids like Rolex watches or something. Give them food. Let them be able to make enough money to get their food, get some clothes for themselves.
because it's not like
maybe
they can
maybe
work.
send even money back to their families because that's what the whole goal of a lot of these kids is to get money for their families.
When I go off to school, I could be on scholarship and I could work. So I could be going to school for nearly free, and then I could also be working to make my own money.
Yeah,
These players can't. These players
all of us are just going to be great at classes.
Now I'm
all of
saying
us
there's
will have time
scholarships for
regular
us,
work.
but for us to get the full ride of a scholarship from that school is very hard to get.
I know people from my school going for a ride, different places.
Yeah, valedictorian's like he has his
Okay,
choice of all Ivy
I'm
League
more in
schools.
the class.
No. I could go for nearly for a ride. I'm 30.
I can't.
top 10%.
I'm like 200 or something.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god, you're dumb.
I just stopped caring.
I'm still stuck on the fact that if they get the full ride of a scholarship, they shouldn't get paid from the school. But they have the right to make money in other ways.
I feel like they earn both, and I feel like their name is their name,
and
so that shouldn't even be a
that's
question.
your absolute right to feel that way.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but I see what you're I agree with what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is that shouldn't be a question because that should never have been a rule.
Yeah.
You
No,
know what
I
I mean?
see your side too, and it's a dumb rule.
Yeah.
All right, although they are still in school, and when you're a pro, you're at that age where you're pretty much that set
You're an adult.
Yeah, I mean you're kind of you're still an adult in college. You're
only-
18.
The only thing I can
I'm
say,
still an adult.
for
all
not
adults here,
for
I'm
not
pretty
playing
sure.
the players
Except David.
is paying the players is gonna entice more people to go to Alabama or go to a Georgia or go to a Florida.
Because they know that's only the
But,
money.
Yeah.
but what happens?
Go
if
to
you
Auburn and
transfer?
get a few million.
But what
like
happens if you
Charles Barkley.
transfer? Right? What happens if you transfer? Do you lose that money? Do you lose
Not
that
the money that you've already made, but
No,
if you transfer to a small school, you're gonna make less money, no doubt.
It's each individual school's
Right? Or
preference.
what if you obviously you're gonna drop out of sports altogether? You stop making money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of players that do that.
The one issue that I do agree with is like you said, like how do you stop schools from just paying out the bucket, just giving these kids money? Like give these kids millions of dollars just to come in.
they're gonna want to do that.
I
They
know,
do it
that's-
anyway.
They do it anyways.
they do it anyways.
Arizona was busted for that. So is
A
Louisville.
lot of teams.
So just make it legal.
Just make it. That's what I said.
But the
Let
problem
them
is,
pay 'em.
the problem is you can't pay kids to come to your school to play sports because
They
no
can,
one's
they do.
They already do.
but no one's gonna want to go to the other schools as well. Right? So it's only gonna be the
I mean,
schools
college
They
like
start forking out.
And no, in college basketball, that's actually how they get the players at
Yeah.
their schools is by paying them.
Baylor.
You have to pay to recruit a
Baylor
kid.
was using hookers to get guys to go to their schools, right? Go to their football program. Yes, they
Baylor,
were.
oh yeah, Baylor and Louisville.
Yeah.
Baylor, Louisville.
I'm
Yeah.
just
And
saying,
now look at them.
I'm just saying that
They have.
If that
Baylor's
was
gonna
me,
get the NCAA death penalty.
I'll be like
They
my
pretty much did, yeah.
I'll be like my virgin eyes. I'm not going to the school.
No!
My eyes.
Meanwhile, like just like 5-star athletes
But
are
I
walking
mean,
in the door.
bribing kids to come to your school should not be allowed. But letting them have the opportunity to make money
Yeah.
should be.
I think
And I think we can all agree.
It does
on
bring
that.
parity to college basketball. NC State was interesting for a season for one.
How do they get all these good players? Oh,
Yeah, and then you find out they paid them all. Yeah.
Oh, that explains some stuff. This is obviously a topic that there is no one true answer, and
Yeah,
it's always
for
going to be argued upon.
This is gonna be.
And there'll probably never be a consensus.
There's never going to be one solid answer.
They're never gonna change the rules because the NCAA likes their
It's
money.
such a money.
They
it's
like
money
their
heavy.
money.
As you can see, though, we do want the kids to be able to feed themselves, give them a little bit of money.
The only way this is gonna change is if the NFL somehow comes up
Is
with
if
some
the
feeder
small people
leagues.
stand up.
If the NFL comes up with some feeder leagues or the G League really blows
Yeah.
up with a lot
Why
of players
doesn't
go straight from
Why
high
doesn't the NFL have a minor league? Have a minor league
I know they
system.
could, but
they
they
could.
could.
That could drive so much. That could make so much more money for them too.
They could.
Because
they
look at the
could have-
baseball.
They could
Baseball
have a
Imagine killing yourself, killing yourself physically, and then only making like.
look at
$2,000.
baseball.
Yeah, but
Baseball players, on average, generally have the highest paid contracts.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Them in soccer generally the highest paying contracts. And what does baseball have? Baseball has a minor league system
soccer.
where you can develop and hone your skills.
But and the thing
And
is,
some football players need that to prevent all those players from truly
Well,
busting.
the issue is like with soccer, with basketball, and with even baseball, other countries are good at it. We're like the only country that does football good.
I mean, you have
Well-
rugby, and that's played in.
No, that's a whole
countries
different thing. That's a different sport.
It is, but a lot of the rugby players do pan out well in football as
the
kickers,
Eagles got Jared Hayne from
as kickers, as
Hunter-
linebackers,
Hunter.
because they're big and they can tackle, and they also have a lot of power in their legs.
Jared Hayne from
Right.
when he played for San Francisco.
Australia's produced some of the best punters. Brad Wing, Michael Dixon,
My
out of,
wings, my dude. That's my dude.
out of Texas,
I don't know how this went from
right?
Alright,
from
but-
NCAA to
But
NCAA,
no, you were talking about how
yeah.
other team or countries are good at other sports like baseball and basketball.
Yeah.
If football has that minor league system, you can get other countries to have players come over to America to develop their skills in a minor league rather than go to college
fair.
where they
I'm-
probably can't afford that.
I'm a fan of I'm a fan of the NBA allowing players jump straight from high school and entering the G League. I'm a fan of
Baseball going into
I'm a fan of that
minors.
rule in baseball. Jumping from high school, go to that minors develop. Football could use a minor league because some of these college athletes. You look at a Ben Simmons who did not go to class. He did not even have a
There's a huge issue.
He did
with
not
kids
even
not
have a
going to class.
2.0 GPA in
North Carolina
in college.
has some issues.
No,
Yeah.
that was fake. That was fake.
No, North Carolina had the issue with cheating.
That was fake.
Well, no, because they also fake some academic records.
But they didn't. The NCAA, didn't you read the NCAA investigation? They didn't
It,
find
was,
anything.
it wasn't that.
They
true.
didn't- they didn't
Bama
find-
has had the issue with that.
They didn't find anything in the NCAA investigation. They didn't
Bama
find
is the one you're thinking of that had the issue of
But-
a lot of players skipping. class.
so like if these players that they obviously don't want to, some of them don't want to be in school. They
No, none
just
of them
want to
want to.
focus
They
on their
all- they all
sport.
get paid.
So having a minor league or allowing them to jump
Yeah.
straight from high school to the minor league, allow them to
Yeah.
focus on their sport. Also, I think it'll help players get better if you can
Yeah.
just focus on playing
Easy.
your sport.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid.
That's
Even
what
if you're not
happens in
getting paid,
baseball.
you're getting paid. Yeah, that's what happens in
Some-
baseball. You're not getting paid a
Some
lot,
of
but
the
you're
top
getting paid.
prospects have been in the minors for 4, 5, 6, sometimes 8 years to really develop their skills.
Okay,
And
we're
football,
starting to
you just
get
jump
to
straight
an
from
argument
college.
based on whether you think you should go either high school to college or you think you should go high school to
It's all
developmental league.
It's all interconnected.
intertwined.
Well,
It's all
not really,
interconnected.
because when you get to high school to developmental league, it's like, am I hurting my brand because now people going to know my name? I'm getting paid, yes. Like, it's weighing the risks. We're not really the corruption of NCAA. So I feel like we probably should.
You want to talk about
cover that.
developmental league, right?
Look
look about baseball.
Probably say that.
Look about baseball. Some of these minor league players you've never heard of before. Have you heard of Chris Bryant when he was in the minor leagues? No, absolutely not. But you heard of him when he was on the Cubs. Why? Because he had to develop in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I'm not saying the NFL shouldn't have one. I'm saying I think it's a different debate whether you.
Imagine if you have kids like Trenton Thompson, an amazing defensive lineman from Georgia. He didn't make the draft, right? He didn't get drafted. Imagine if he goes through a developmental league in football, really becomes a developed
Focuses
player.
solely on football, no school.
And then he turns into the next Michael Bennett, right?
I think
Chris Bryant turned into the next superstar baseball player because of that system.
And I think the problem with baseball players is not that many just average baseball fans will also watch college baseball, so you don't know a lot of these guys' names when they're getting drafted.
I think Florida's good.
Same thing with hockey.
Usually Florida teams are always going to be.
Yeah, same thing with hockey. But I think in football and in the NBA, if you start luring these top recruits into these developmental leagues, the hype will be there, so the money will be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, that's why baseball is such a money-generating industry, because they have the minor leagues, and people will go to watch a minor league game if they don't have a baseball team in their home state.
Yeah, because like Kentucky has no sports, but
Kentucky has no set
AA basketball
pro team. Yet they have AA baseball and minor league baseball.
Plus, also minor league baseball, it's so fun when like
AA is
let's say you live around a AA or a AAA team, and like a player from the pro team's injured, then they're coming back
Yeah.
to the rehab stint. You get to watch him in the minors.
Yeah, like what?
That could very well happen in pros too.
Michael
you
Jordan's coming to my baseball team.
so you won't have a player that's injured, right? Let's say Tom Brady gets injured and needs to go do a rehab game.
Tom Brady's not going to no rehab.
I'm using this as an example. It's a stretch, but it's an example. So let's say a player like Tom Brady, big name,
It's a little
gets
different
injured.
in football with the 16 games. He's more likely to just come
Yeah,
back.
actually,
But
football
It'd be
probably
more. It'd be more like basketball utilizing their G League more to for their stars to go back
Basketball
and
should
forth.
probably use it where, like, let's say LeBron. Well, LeBron never gets hurt. Let's say Kyrie gets hurt and he I don't know, twists his ankle or something, and he's gonna be out for like a week or two,
And he's
maybe
rehab
he
games,
probably
yeah.
should go to the D League or G League for like 1 or 2 games and hop back up instead of just sitting on the bench till you're fully recovered.
I do think the NBA should use their G League a little more like MLB uses their minors.
That's what MLB.
I think
because
they
it's
have
such a
enough.
long season.
I think
MLB 's such
they
a
have
long
enough
season.
games in their season to where they can. I think football,
Definitely not.
the football doesn't.
Do you think
they don't have
football
enough. They don't have enough games for the players to go back and
Yeah,
forth.
football doesn't.
But
That
for
might be the issue
But
with
for the
it,
players
not
to play the minor league for a full season or a full
Yeah.
couple seasons is still.
Now my
ideal.
question is, do you think football should expand their season
no.
instead of having it 17?
If anything-
No,
if anything, it'll
the
be short.
injuries will rack up.
If anything, it'll be they should shorten it back to 14.
No, I think it's
No,
good
I
as it
think
is.
it's good at having.
But I'm saying
16.
if they're going,
If you guys try to push it to 20, I think there'd be so much more.
No, I'm
injuries.
just saying if they're going to adjust the schedule, the only way to adjust it would be to shorten it.
Yeah, but I
Well,
think
they're going
it's
to
good
shorten
as it is.
baseball.
They
should.
won't because they're making so much money still.
No, they're going to have to shorten baseball.
They should, but they're not going to.
162 games, especially if you're a pitcher. That's what I used to play. I used to play baseball, and especially as a pitcher.
I played for 4 years.
I think it does kill pitchers. You look
It
at
kills pitchers because I
I had
have
Tommy John surgery after 5 or 6 years.
No, I torn both my shoulders because I was a pitcher. It puts so much stress on your arm.
I think you even look at Matt Harvey when they were making
Yeah.
their runs, and they were like,
He's not the same anymore.
They were like, you really should sit, but he was like, but we're gonna go deep in the playoffs. I really need to be out here.
Strasburg, too.
I really need to be pitching Strasburg.
They actually did cut off Strasburg.
Yeah,
Well,
but,
2 years.
Yeah, he wasn't. After 160 innings, he was done.
but,
Yeah, even
but the,
playoffs.
But the thing is, you need these guys to make your long playoff runs. Like they've been.
So why are they even playing him during the regular season then?
Because he is a great player.
You
He's a
have
great
to.
player.
But
You
whoever gets to the playoffs,
You
like
have to qualify.
who in the
though.
NL
have
East
to
was going?
qualify.
At the same time,
Who in the NL East was going to
Okay,
fight them?
back when Strasburg was ridiculous,
The Mets
no
are
one
up.
was really going to fight
The
him.
Mets were the only close team.
Now the Mets, now
Well, now it's an issue.
now the Nationals are second to last in their division.
Go Marlins.
But imagine they had extended Strasburg's career.
Right, yeah.
Strasburg was ridiculous. He was ridiculous when
And
he first
I don't
came
think they even brought him to the minor leagues at all.
Yes, he was. He was.
He was for a little.
Oh, he
He was
started the
for 2
season.
years.
He started the season in the minor leagues in 1 year.
He was in the minors for 2 years, and they brought him up because he was developing quickly.
Imagine he got paid in college.
Maybe. I don't even know if he went to college, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of baseball players don't. But they go like the 32nd round or something like that.
There's a lot of rounds in baseball. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's so
I could never watch
Do you
a
think
baseball
that-
We
draft.
could get drafted in the 40th
You
round.
think the NFL draft should be increased from
No.
7 to
No.
10?
No.
No.
I feel like it's fine with the undrafted free agents.
I think it should be cut to 6.
6?
7th round. When's the last time a 7th round pick has ever made it?
I mean,
It's
there's a few.
possible.
You could look up a few.
I think it should be cut to 6.
Some of the best players actually are undrafted.
I'm fine with this.
I'll be
There's-
honest.
You know,
Yeah, I
there's
mean-
more undrafted free agents in the Hall of Fame than there are first rounders.
Kurt Warner?
It's like 16 to 14 or something like that.
Kurt Warner's one of them.
I'd have to
Chris
look that
Harrison's
up.
going to be another one.
It really is.
It's crazy if that's
Some of the best players come after round 3. So
I think you can't find studs in the first. You find studs anywhere.
but the problem is
I hate cliches though, like the
The
next
pro-
Tom Brady.
but the problem is
Baker.
with them getting drafted in the first round, they usually go to teams that
You go to the worst
You go to
team,
the worst
yeah.
team, so your career's already done.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We got a little bit off topic there, guys. I
Alright.
think we should start wrapping this up now. Yeah, because we covered like 4 or 5 topics in that
What a
one
weird
segment.
episode.
I
man.
promise though, this is the last episode about the NFL draft.
Yeah, we covered three about the NFL draft. We'll continue.
Obviously, the NBA playoffs is going to
yeah.
continue because the playoffs themselves.
Honestly, I think we should stop covering the playoff series till they get to the finals. Just because
Well, it's a week to week.
it depends.
it is a week-to-week thing, but I think we should start
This is
focusing more on
this is
debates.
off-camera discussions
Yeah.
we need to have.
I think we should start focusing more on debates because I think they want to see us really come out.
We're
each other
definitely gonna
hard.
get some debate videos coming out.
Yeah.
LeBron versus Jordan is gonna be the most heated debate you guys are gonna see.
Alright.
You're gonna see probably me and Jay take a side.
LeBron versus Jordan versus Kobe.
All right, well, we'll discuss
That's a-
off topic.
He's irrelevant.
Off-camera
not
topics.
irrelevant.
But once again, thank you guys for watching JK Sports. I've been Jacob.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jay. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment anything that you feel, whether you agree, disagree with something, any topics that you want us to cover, however you feel. just make sure you comment, leave it
We have some
below.
debate topics actually, because I really want to get into debating these guys.
Thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day.
When I'm gone. I come from a town where most of the people are so close-minded. They go into school and they work in a job, but they don't even like it. I won't be put in a box. Nobody telling me.